Causes love doesn't exist. Episode 39.
How about I become his son-in-law?
No.
But people in the neighborhood already think I'm the son-in-law of the family.
Really? I didn't know that. Haha.
You?
Yeah?
You don't see me as a man, do you?
That's...
I'll make sure you can take a nap every day without any worries. So think about it.
After I got my driver's license in the summer, the place I drove to the most was probably Siyeon, after Ijun and my house. Grandfather in Siyeon often called and said things that weakened my resolve. And I always went to Siyeon unless I had something else on my schedule. Just 2 days ago, he called me up.
I've seen plenty now that I've reached this age. I have no regrets if I pass on now.
I'll come see you soon, so please don't say things like that. I know he's just saying these things because he misses me, so I don't complain.
Siyeon, you're here.
Good morning.
Father's been lingering at the garden, so I knew you would come today. I'm always grateful. As well as being sorry.
Please don't be. I'll go see him now. Grandfather, it's Siyeon.
Welcome, Siyeon. Wasn't it cold on the way here?
Not at all. I came by car, so it was really warm.
That's good. So how are you doing with work?
It's doing great for now.
Are you still keeping what you do a secret? Even to me?
Sorry, Grandfather. I was hesitant to tell him I was a novelist. Because I'm not a descendant of the great Donghan Kim. It's probably just my inferiority complex talking.
Moving on, Professor Kim and his wife dropped by last weekend. They brought up Ijun. Since we have no way of knowing when Ijun will wake up, they asked me if it was okay that Ijun gets married first. It seems that the child has taken quite a liking to Ijun. I sent them back saying that I don't plan on marrying Ijun off before Ijun, but
it's been a year since Ijun's accident. And no one speaks of any hope for him. The reason why the Icon parents started making a move after staying quiet for a year probably has to do with the fact that they decided there was no chance for Ijun ever waking up again.
But seeing Ijun like that for the past year, I couldn't help but think Ijun should hurry and start a family of his own. What do you think, Siyeon?
A stranger like me couldn't possibly say anything about something so important. I think you should ask Ijun's opinion first.
Siyeon, I'm asking for yours right now.
Grandfather.
I want you to consider becoming Ijun's partner. If Ijun was here, I would put Yunhai at his side, and you with Ijun. If it weren't for the accident, I'm sure Ijun would have chosen Yunhai instead of you. He's my grandson, so I know him best. So for Ijun, I won't allow Yunhai to end up with Ijun. If Ijun doesn't wake up, there will be no need to think about my ancestors or the promises they made. I'll just wait for death to come find me.
I could only imagine how oppressed with pain and worry he must have been before finally coming to this conclusion. Grandfather.
Speak freely, child.
Please make it so. That Ijun can marry whoever he wants.
Siyeon, you told me long ago that you had feelings for him.
You didn't ask Ijun's opinion on the matter.
There's no need for that.
No, grandfather. Please ask him. And if he says no, please don't force the decision on him. Please, grandfather, do this for me.
Okay, Siyeon, if that's what you really want.
This was what I told him. But I was surprised at how much I wanted to accept his offer more than anything. And was disgusted at myself for feeling so.
I heard something very strange yesterday. I probably don't have to tell you who I heard it from, as you'll already know. You should be the one to decline. You have the right. If it weren't for Gwihyun's accident, we would have already gotten married. No matter how much my family wants this, you shouldn't have gotten involved in this insane affair.
Didn't you already say no? What's the problem?
The problem? Listen to me carefully, Siyeon Choi. My grandfather was fine just last night. Then he suddenly admitted himself to the VIP ward of the hospital this morning. He said he was going to give the chairman position to my father. Then told me to get ready to take his place. Now he's refusing to eat anything. If you don't see what the problem is, you should get your head checked.
He's refusing to eat? I didn't realize he'd go this far.
I knew you liked to draw, but I didn't know you would paint a picture this large.
His suppressed voice.
And I knew you were greedy, but I didn't know you were shameless enough to bring up marriage with me when you have Gwihyun. I mean, the audacity.
And what I saw in his furious gaze was nothing other than pure hostility toward me. I was surprised to hear it, too. I knew it was crazy. I thought you would reject me at once. Which was why I asked him to ask for your opinion first. I didn't know he would go this far.
No, you knew that my father and I could never decline grandfather's favor in the first place. You thought you could gracefully get what you wanted without getting your hands dirty, but you're wrong. I'm not Gwihyun. Gwihyun's old clothes or some of his things were sometimes handed down to me. But marrying the girl he had wrapped around his finger is taking it too far. He knew too well which buttons to push to hurt me, and didn't hesitate to do it.
He knew too well which buttons to push to hurt me, and didn't hesitate to do it.
So it's only right you tell grandfather that you have no intention of marrying someone you only thought of as your brother-in-law.
I understand. You want me to tell him that it's impossible for you to marry someone who used to leech on his older brother.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
The night I came back from meeting Ijun, my body burned up all night like it was on fire. I took a painkiller, but my fever didn't drop.
Siyeon, what's going on? Oh my, you're burning up. Dear, Siyeon has a terrible fever. She doesn't look good.
Let's take her to the hospital right away.
While I was struggling through the fever, all I could think about was telling grandfather that I had no intention of marrying Ijun as soon as possible.